Hello and welcome to the discourse. Today we will revise the age of revival, and the method of revision will be a multiple choice question series. We will discuss the English and Scottish Chaucerians and their works. So let's begin with the first question. The lifespan of Thomas Occleve, a consistent follower of Chaucer, is option A is 1360 to 1440, 1370 to 1450, 1350 to 1430, and option D is 1380 to 1440. The correct choice is B, 1370 to 1450. Question number 2 is The Regiment of Princes is a work of option A John Lydgate, option B Thomas Occleve, option C John Walton, and option D is Alexander Barclay. The correct answer is B. Thomas Occleve wrote Regiment of Princes. Question number 3 is Who of the following poets wrote the famous poem mourning the death of Chaucer? Option A Occleve in the Governale of Princes. Option B Lydgate in Falls of Princes. Option C James I of Scotland in the King's Square. And option D is Dunbar in the Thistle and the Rose. The correct answer is A. Occleve wrote the poem The Governale of Princes in which he mourned the death of Chaucer. Question number 4 is The lifespan of Alexander Barclay is option A 1475 to 1552, option B 1470 to 1547, 1465 to 1550, or option D 1480 to 1555. The correct choice is A 1475 to 1552. Question number 5 is The use of pastoral of satire for court life, etc., was first used by option A Barclay, option B Stephen Hawes, option C John Skelton, and option D none of these. The right answer is A. Barclay was the first to use pastoral of satire. Question number 6 is Who translated the work of the German poet Sebastian Brandt entitled The Ship of Fools? Option A Alexander Barclay, Thomas Occleve, John Skelton, option D none of these. The right answer is A. Barclay translated The Ship of Fools. Question number 7 is Which poet introduced eclogues or pastoral poems in England? Option A is Alexander Barclay, option B John Skelton, option C Gavin Douglas, and option D Robert Henryson. The right choice is A. Alexander Barclay introduced eclogues in England. Question number 8 is Who was the first English poet to choose a German subject? Option A Stephen Hawes, option B John Skelton, option C Alexander Barclay, and option D none of these. The correct choice is C. Alexander Barclay was the English poet who chose a German subject and he was the first. Question number 9 is The Ship of Fools. A translation from German has been written by option A Robert Henryson, option B Alexander Barclay, option C Stephen Hawes, and option D Thomas Occleve. Obviously, the answer is Alexander Barclay. Question number 10 is example of virtue has been written by William Neville, Stephen Hawes, William Caxton, or Alexander Barclay. The right answer is C. William Caxton wrote Example of Virtue. Question number 11 is which English Chaucerian has written The Pastime of Pleasure? Option A Stephen Hawes, option B Thomas O'Cleve, option C John Skelton, and option D Alexander Barclay. The correct choice is A. Stephen Hawes was the English Chaucerian who wrote The Pastime of Pleasure. Question number 12 is The Fall of Princes has been written by option A John Skelton, option B O'Cleve, option C John Lydgate, and option D Alexander Barclay. The correct choice is C. John Lydgate wrote The Fall of Princes. Question number 13 is who made frequent use of tag phrases like smoothly to tag in his work? Option A John Skelton, option B Stephen Hawes, option C William Dunbar, and option D John Lydgate. The correct choice is D. John Lydgate was known to use frequently the tag phrases like smoothly to tag. Question number 14 is who has the credit of being the most voluminous poet of medieval period? John Lydgate, Thomas O'Cleve, Stephen Hawes, or Alexander Barclay? The correct choice is A. John Lydgate. Question number 15 is the lifespan of John Skelton is option A 1450 to 1519, option B 1455 to 1524, option C 1460 to 1529, and option D 1465 to 1534. The correct answer is C. 1460 to 1529 is the lifespan of John Skelton. Question number 16 is The Boughs of Court has been written by Lydgate, John Skelton, Alexander Barclay, or Stephen Hawes. The right answer is B. John Skelton wrote The Boughs of Court. Question number 17 is which work of Skelton is an elaborate set piece in praise of himself? Option A Magnificence, option B Garland of Laurel, option C The Book of Philip Sparrow, and option D The Boughs of Court. The correct answer is B. Garland of Laurel is the work in which Skelton praises himself. Question number 18 is the Code of Sapiens, which dates from 1470, has been written by option A Lydgate, option B anonymous author, option C Dunbar, and option D O'Cleve. The right choice is B. We do not know who wrote the Code of Sapiens, hence its author is anonymous. Question number 20 is William Neville's Castle of Pleasure was published in option A 1516, option B 1517, option C 1518, and option D 1519. In this question, we have asked the exact year in which that book was published. The right answer is C, 1518. Question number 21 is Robert Henryson is a Scottish poet of the option A 13th century, option B 14th century, option C 15th century, and option D 16th century. The right answer is C 15th century. Question number 22 is who wrote King's Square? Option A William Dunbar, option B Robert Henryson, option C John Lydgate, and option D James I of Scotland, the King of Scotland. The correct choice is D. James I of Scotland wrote King's Square. Question number 23 is who is known as the Chaucer of Scotland? Option A William Dunbar, option B Robert Henryson, option C Gavin Douglas, and option D John Lydgate. The correct choice is William Dunbar, option A. Question number 24 is who is considered to be the greatest of the Scottish Chaucerians? Option A Gavin Douglas, option B William Dunbar, option C Robert Henryson, and option D King James I. The right answer is William Dunbar. He is considered as the greatest of the Scottish Chaucerians. Question number 25 is which work of Dunbar deals with the union of two countries, England and Scotland? Option A, the Golden Tars. Option B, the Thistle and the Rose. Option C, the Dance of the Seven Deadly Sins. And option D, the Two Married Women and the Widow. The right answer is B. The Thistle and the Rose is the work of Dunbar in which he deals with the union of England and Scotland. Question number 26 is which work of Scottish Chaucerians imitates Chaucer's House of Fame? Option A Douglas Kinghart. Option B Douglas's The Palace of Honor. Option C Dunbar's The Thistle and the Rose. And option D Henryson's Robin and Machain. The correct choice is B. Douglas's The Palace of Honor is an imitation of House of Fame. Question number 27 is who was the first Chaucerian to translate the whole of Virgil into English verse? Option A King James I, option B Gavin Douglas, option C William Dunbar, and option D Robert Henryson. The correct choice is B. Gavin Douglas was the person who translated whole Virgil into English verse. Question number 28 is the poem The Cuckoo and the Nightingale has been written by option A William Dunbar, option B Gavin Douglas, option C John Skelton, and option D an anonymous author. The correct choice is D, an anonymous author, because we do not know who wrote The Cuckoo and the Nightingale. So the owl and the nightingale and the cuckoo and the nightingale both are written by anonymous author. We do not know who is the author. Question number 29 is in the poem The Flower and the Leaf. The flower stands for option A sweet smell, Option B, Plaza of Life. Option C, Happiness. And option D, Color. It is an allegorical poem, and the correct answer is B, Pleasure of Life. The flower represents pleasure of life. So, this is it for today. We have covered all the Chaucerians of Age of Revival. In next step, we will revise folk poetry, prose, and initial English plays, moralities, and interludes. Please keep in touch of English literature, stay connected to the discourse. Thanks and regards.